Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably.
Hunter Biden recently sat down for an interview, and it's left me wanting more Hunter Biden. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we call out lies, hypocrisy, corruption, and help spread the light of truth and freedom, because truth conquers. And you know what else I think can conquer everything that's not good and pure? Hunter Biden. I mean, this guy usually doesn't sit down for interviews, and I don't know if that's because nobody asks him, or if there's usually people around him smart enough to say no on his behalf. But Hunter was in rare form. He recently sat down for an interview with this Twitter channel, and I am just riveted. Consider me a fan of Hunter Biden. He talked about just crack, talked about it more, talked about alcohol, also talked about the safe qualities of crack. He talked about immigration, and boy, nobody has perspectives like Hunter Biden. He also talked about how his dad was kind of kicked out of the presidential race, and there was no reason for it. Biden was top of his game, according to Hunter, who is, I don't know if this is the top of his game. He is acting unlike any human being I've ever seen in this interview. So we're gonna check out some clips of old Hunter, but first, a quick snippet. He received a little backlash. Apparently not everybody is a fan of Hunter like me.
I believe the problem is that Hunter Biden doesn't know much about anything other than his old life and how he used to get alcohol and drugs. And about that, he is an authority. He ought not to have been advising his president, his father as president. He ought not to have been involved in anything to do with the White House.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. It's like if I asked my 4-year-old son his opinion on immigration, like, I'm gonna hear it. It doesn't deserve a rebuttal. Like, this guy's wasting his time. It's Hunter Biden. He's taking what Hunter is saying way too seriously. And I would dare say he is wasting your time and my time when we could and should be devoting that time to watching more Hunter Biden. So let's jump into it. And in this clip, it's kind of glorifying crack. It's kind of like a advertisement for it. Safer than you'd expect, according to Hunter.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, because they think cocaine, Scarface, very cool. Yeah. Crack cocaine, they think The Wire.
Oh, in that sense? Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, they don't know how
Yeah.
similar the chemical compounds are.
Well, the only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and water and heat, literally.
That's it?
That's it.
And those things are pretty much free if you go to, like, a science store.
This is free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but
he kind of already is. One of the things I very much value most about Hunter is his darting eyes, fidgeting body. You know, you hear the rumors, obviously Russian misinformation, that Hunter used to be involved in drugs, but you see this interview and you think, I think he's currently involved in drugs.
Literally is a mayonnaise jar, cocaine, and baking soda.
How different is the experience?
It's vastly, vastly different. And like, for real, I feel really reluctant to kind of have some euphoric discussion. I know you're not asking me to do that, but have some euphoric discussion about crack cocaine.
I think this might be kind of the opposite here.
Okay, no, it's the exact opposite. I'm saying I don't want to have the experience of some euphoric recall.
No.
That's how powerful,
Of course he doesn't.
crack cocaine is. Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably.
I like that. I like that. Probably. Does it make you act any different? No. Kind of spoken like someone who's in the heart of, his case, a very hilarious addiction. Addiction isn't funny. Just one exception, Hunter. It doesn't make you act any different. Are you sure? Are you sure? We've got a laptop of some acting different that we need an explanation for, buddy. Please just pin it on the crack. And I appreciate his PSA that it is, in fact, probably safer than alcohol. That makes a lot of sense. It's not fact-checked, that one. We don't want to ruin our fun.
People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite. When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which
That's how you make it a health endeavor.
makes it smokable. That's all. you know, all of these actors and, you know, people in the past that talked about they had a problem with cocaine and freebasing. They were smoking crack.
So straw on the stove is the same thing.
Not exactly, but close to it.
Not exactly. I'm close to it. Now we'll get back to Hunter and his seeming promotion of substance abuse in just a second. But first, Hunter's perspective on his father, Joseph R. Biden, being kicked out of the presidential race in a very democratic process / kind of a coup.
Dealing with everything we have to do with, look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Makes sense to you and I. He wasn't in mental decline. He was declined. But Hunter knows him better than you and I. So let's check out Hunter's perspective in a very scholarly kind of way, I might add.
And I'll tell you what, I know exactly what happened in that debate. He flew around the world, basically, and the mileage that he could have flown around the world 3 times.
Yeah.
He's 81 years old. He's tired as shit. They give him Ambien to be able to sleep. He gets up on the stage, and he looks like he's a deer in the headlights. And it feeds into every fucking story that anybody wants to tell. And Jake Tapper, with literally how many anonymous sources. If this was a conspiracy, Andrew, you know this, somehow.
He's trying to cover up that his dad was in decline. Like, bro, like, this isn't 2020. I don't know that anybody's doing this anymore, but I like it, and I do want more of it. Please go on, Hunter.
The entirety of a White House in which you literally living on top of each other has kept their mouth shut about, you know, like what? And what's conspiracy?
Yeah.
That Joe Biden got old? Yeah, he got old. He got old before our eyes. The people that came out against him were who? Nobody.
Dude, I love how this guy's mind works. The people that came out against him were who? Nobody. Then he goes on to list people that exist. We'll get back to the video in just a second, but first, do you ever wonder why your brain feels foggy, even when you're eating clean and exercising? Well, it might not be burnout. Might be parasites. Get this, groundbreaking research from Dr. Alan McDonald revealed a direct link between parasitic infections and neurological diseases like multiple sclerosis. Parasites can cause inflammation, nerve damage, and long-term cognitive decline. In my opinion, that is more reason to do a full body cleanse at least once a year. The Wellness Company has a solution for you. Ivermectin plus mebendazole. The gold standard parasite solution now combined in one cleanse combo. It's designed to eliminate harmful invaders and support your immune system naturally. And what I love about it is it's truly medical grade, not just a bunch of trendy herbs. All you have to do is fill out a quick intake form and then you get a 3-month supply shipped straight to your door. Maha is officially here and the Wellness Company is making hard to get medications digitally accessible so you can live your best life. Get it by going to twc.health/JPReacts and use code JPReacts to get $90 off plus free shipping. Cleanse your body today. That's twc.health/JPReacts. Now, back to the video.
Speaker Pelosi, Speaker Emeritus Pelosi.
By the way, Nancy Pelosi is not the Speaker of the House anymore. It's been a couple years since that was the case.
Did not give a full-throated endorsement, which allowed everybody else to kind of go, okay. Except who came out full-throated? Progressives, AOC, Bernie, the entire progressive ring, Ro Khanna, the entirety of the progressive side of the Democratic Party said Joe Biden has got more of our agenda accomplished in 4 years than any president in history.
That's true. Like, no other president has gotten more communist agenda done in 4 years. It actually is impressive.
The largest investment into climate change in history. Just that alone. Okay.
Thank God for that.
And so he gets over the hump. He goes and does a Stephanopoulos. Everybody's okay. That's not enough. We got to see him give a press conference. For what? You remember that? It was about a 2-hour-long press conference, and he gave a tour de force around the world history lesson about the existence of NATO, Russian aggression, and Ukraine.
Thank you, Hunter. I'm convinced. I really am. Thank you, Hunter, for clearing the air on how your dad is still sharp as a tack. Now, it's debatable whether or not Hunter is an expert in U.S. policy and presidential decisions and immigration. We'll see that in a second. By the way, I don't deny it. But what is undeniable is Hunter is an expert in substances.
I was drinking so much alcohol, almost a handle of vodka a day. And alcohol is the most destructive drug, not just to your body, but it puts you in more danger than any other drug that I've ever experienced. And then you add on top of that the amount of crack that I was using at the time. And crack cocaine, in terms of your physical health, is not as dangerous as the situation that you put yourself in to be able to obtain it.
How do you get crack?
One of the things I don't want to do is give a how-to to any moron like myself that may think that it's a good idea. But crack cocaine is I am fully aware when I'm talking about it in relationship to my own experience with it. It is still a shocking thing for most people, because we have been fed this perception of crack cocaine. It's more than just a drug. It's more than, like, if you say meth or if you say heroin or if you say cocaine. It comes with a whole bunch of different baggage. And because of that, places that you can go get it are some of the most dangerous places in whatever location you happen to be in. And it's everywhere. Mainly for that reason, I learned how to make my own.
I like that. Safety first when it comes to hard drugs. And I also like how he said, crack, it's not that bad for your body, but it puts you in the most dangerous places. When about 1 minute ago, he said alcohol puts you in the most dangerous places. I like that. He's consistent with being inconsistent, but this is basically an entrepreneur. He's sold paintings for, collectively millions of dollars. So the entrepreneurial spirit inside of Hunter Biden, which I think Gary Vee would probably admire, leads him to figure out how to make his own. Let's hear about it.
Have you read, I'm going to pretend like you're not getting attacked by a bee right now.
Hey, it's all right.
Keep my train of thought.
Without them, we would all
just trying to root. By the way, that's true too. Birds aren't real, but bees are.
And lastly, Hunter is very passionate about illegal immigration and that we need more of it. The rotten apple doesn't fall far from the rotten tree.
Are the incredible beneficiaries of that new blood that enters our bloodstream year after year after year. The only thing that makes us different from China or Russia or anywhere else or Europe or anywhere, and the only reason that I believe that we as America are different beyond the fact of the idea of the Constitution, the idea that we represent, is immigration. And I can't even believe sometimes I'm having this discussion with anybody.
I can't. And by the way, those anybody's probably can't believe they're having the discussion with you, Hunter. It's beautiful. And I love, immigration. Should we have that? Probably. But illegal immigration, we definitely should have that and more of it.
How do you think that we are reborn every generation? How do you think that we attract the smartest people in the world to the United States of America? Through immigration. I mean, you sit here and, just think about it. You got some mother who's made over, $251 billion being a United States citizen that got here and stayed here illegally before he got his citizenship, sitting here lecturing us on who we should allow into the United States of America and giving us a Hitler along the way. Are you kidding me?
Now, lastly, here's Hunter telling us what he would do if he were president with regard to immigration.
But these guys think that we need to run away from all values in order for us to lead. I say, you. How are we getting those people back from El Salvador? Because I'll tell you what, if I became president in 2 years from now, or 4 years from now, or 3 years from now.
We have presidential elections every 2 years, 3 years, and 4 years, so it's all possible.
I would pick up the phone and call the president of El Salvador and say, you either send them back or I'm going to fade. It's a crime what they're doing. He's a dictator thug.
Bukele or Trump?
Both.
Spoken like the words of a true statesman. The only thing I'm ticked off about is we don't get, as a nation, more Hunter Biden. I am here for it. I am riveted by everything, more so how he said everything he said. Oh, this man, he has some charisma. I think he's good for America. Let me know what you think about this recent Hunter Biden interview in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you on our next video. But until then, stay free.